How's it going, everybody? This last week has been a little crazy, but also hilarious. Okay. This album that we're going to be listening to is called "Reclaim the Screen, America." Reclaim the Screen, America Unfiltered. Okay, and it's regarding the whole Sydney Sweeney American Eagle jeans ad, and how the left woke mob is just going crazy and calling it fascism and Nazi propaganda and all that bullshit, okay? Now, let me get something clear, okay? I am not defending American Eagle. I am not defending Sydney Sweeney. I am defending the freedom of speech that they are using to make their ad and sell some jeans, okay? Sydney Sweeney is an actress. She's a beautiful model, okay? I don't know her. But on the outside, she's a beautiful lady, okay? Very attractive, okay? And of course, when trying to sell fashion, okay, I am glad that they are bringing back beauty in their ads instead of fat models, okay? That's pathetic, okay? Promoting unhealthy bodies, okay, is not good for society and definitely not good for fashion brands that are trying to sell their product. I mean, are you going to put your products on pigs or beautiful models? Okay, and I'm talking about the animal pig, okay? You're going to put, why would you want to do that? That'll just be ridiculous and hurt your brand, right? At least you would think. But now, in the past, Victoria's Secret and a bunch of these other brands are hiring these fat people who you would never think would actually be models. And in reality, I don't know how these brands thought it would be good to have these fat people model their product and gain money from it, okay? Because taking advice from people that are a low percentage of the people in general, okay? The whole thing about these transgender, the lesbian, gay, whatever, it is a small percentage of the population, okay? And the whole liberal mob, they might be the loudest, okay, but they're not the majority, okay? But these people were yelling and screaming and making noise about inclusion, and it's like this person's fat and they want the brand that they buy to show people that look like them in their model campaigns, in their ad campaigns, to make these fat people feel better about themselves. And who cares about the majority who are at least trying to be fit and at least trying to live a healthy lifestyle in general, okay? Why did all these brands switch to the minority and try to sell their brand to them? I don't know how that got started. I mean, just look what happened to Bud Light. I mean, I think I might have had one Bud Light, and it tastes terrible. Some people like it. It just doesn't work out for me. Okay. But it had a following, and then it used a trans, I guess, model, and they just almost went bankrupt. They lost a lot of money because that is not what the drinkers of Bud Light want to see. Okay? And that's like an extreme failure in the marketing world. Okay? So you would think that these marketing teams would not want to push something like that. Yet someone has to be behind all these woke ads. They have to have an ulterior motive for this, because if you just common sense, people like beauty. People don't like ugliness. And I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. People who take offense of what I'm saying, get a backbone, come back to reality, get healthy, live a better life. I don't need to know who you sleep with. It doesn't matter, okay? Just common sense and live a better life, okay? I don't need your personal lifestyle to be plastered over my the brand of clothing or drinks or whatever, or anything. I don't need your lifestyle branded on my products. Okay? And then this American Eagle ad comes out saying Sydney's jeans are blue. Oh, okay. Finally, an attractive girl is modeling jeans. All right. Now, I do not have to agree or defend or whatever what she does in the ad or how she. They make it sexy and attractive. Okay. That's part of marketing fashion. All right. And I hear some of these people, well, she does these scenes in movies and she shouldn't be whatever. They're absolutely right. I'm not defending her on that. What I will defend is her freedom of speech and the fact that American Eagle is coming back to reality and using an attractive model to sell their products. Okay? I don't know why the fashion business went to using ugly models to sell their fashion. I mean, come on, Victoria's Secret. The top 10s, the most beautiful models were only the most beautiful models were accepted by Victoria's Secret, and now they got some fatties in there. I mean, what the hell? How does that make all the models that actually worked so hard to get to that point? It's like shoving all this shit in their face. It's like, what the hell? Now, if there are brands out there that are specifically made for the big and tall, big and wide, or whatever, okay? And I have no problem with a brand that is selling to larger people, okay? Of course, they should use larger people in their ads when they're trying to sell to larger people, okay? But that brand should be known for selling their products to larger people, not having these brands that sell for the smaller size people be discriminated for what they are selling. Okay? If you want to sell underwear for larger women, sell underwear for larger women. Don't take over or try to take over or be included in a brand that is not trying to be sold to larger women. Now, in most cases, weight can be controlled. Okay? I myself am trying to lose weight because I'm fucking fat. Okay? I don't like to be fat. I am on a diet. I am working out. I'm trying to do something to change my life and make it better. Okay? A lot of people use the excuse of, oh, I have a thyroid condition, or, oh, I have this condition that prevents me from losing weight. 99% of all the people that say that are full of crap. Okay? As their McDonald's or Snickers or whatever. Okay? I mean, in moderation, McDonald's is fine. I love Snickers, but I'm not going to have 20 of them. And the whole, this is all I'm going to say about fat people, okay? Sumo wrestlers, they're huge, they're fat, they're great at their wrestling job, okay? But you have to be aware that what they eat is mostly healthy food, okay? Just a lot of it. I remember watching this documentary of sumo wrestlers and some behind the scenes. This guy's eating a huge salad. It's like, seriously? That is what you eat to gain weight or to maintain weight? Okay? And then you have this 400-pound person that can barely move, and they're eating a bunch of pancakes with a bunch of syrup. Yeah, I mean, that's disgusting. I'm not going to lie, okay? Society needs to stop lying to people and calling fat, overweight, obese people beautiful, okay? You're ugly, you're fat, you're overweight. You are going to die from your obeseness, okay? You will die of a heart attack, okay? And I am not going to lie to you about it. I'm working on myself. I'm trying to make myself more fit and healthy. You should too, okay? And no, it's not going to be fun. Yes, it's going to be difficult at the beginning. And through self-discipline, you can do it, okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that, okay? It's been a pretty long intro, but this main point is that I am glad American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney are doing this, and I am glad they're not apologizing to the woke mob, and I hope more companies take the example of American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney and produce more of these type of ads. I think they could leave a little of the whole sexy part out of it, but hey, they're trying to sell clothes, okay? You want to be attractive in your clothes, you want to be sexy, so I totally get the part of them using a sexy, attractive model, all right? That's all I'm going to say about that, okay? Let's go and listen to it. Again, the album is called Reclaim the Screen, America Unfiltered, and let's get to it, all right? We'll be back.
This commercial has been flagged for promoting traditional beauty. Viewer discretion is advised.
Black freedom in the Levi dream. Gold hair shining like an old school screen. Blue jeans tight, no agenda to sell. Just fire and a smile and she's raising hell. You mad cause she don't look like a lecture. Too pretty for your postmodern texture. She's not a slogan, she's not your pawn. She's the reason your movement's gone.
You try to raise what real looks like, replaced it all with forced delight. But truth don't need your hashtag schemes. It's back in denim, back in dreams. Sydney in blue jeans, killing your scene. She don't need woke, she just needs clean. Billboards blaze and the crowd gets loud. Your whole fake world just lost its crowd. Sydney in blue jeans, breaking your code. America's back and she's on the road. Sydney in blue jeans. Sydney in blue jeans, sing breaking your code. America's back and she's on a
You sold us lies with rainbow tags. Tried to shame us for loving mags. Said beauty's evil, truth is hate. But your commercials don't captivate it. We ain't buying what you shilling no more. We want Sydney walking out that store. No more filters, no more guilt. Just raw appeal, red, white, build.
Why are men so obsessed with unrealistic beauty standards? Because it's realistic. And it's sad.
Sydney in blue jeans, killing your scene. She don't need woke, she just needs clean. Billboards blaze and the crowd gets loud. Your whole fake world just lost its crown. Sydney in blue jeans, breaking your code. America's back and she's on the road. Sydney in blue jeans. Sydney in blue jeans, killing your scene. She don't need woke, she just needs clean. Billboards blaze and the crowd gets loud. Your whole fake world just lost its crown. Sydney in blue jeans, breaking your code. America's back and she's on the
Nobody positivity if you shame is slim. No progress if beauty's labeled sin. We're done with the tantrums, done with the noise. We're bringing back the ads that bring us joy. Sydney smiles and the system cracks. The fake empowerment, it all backtracks. You got played by the outrage game, but Sydney, she's just reclaiming fame.
She's not woke, she's free. In blue jeans.
All bodies are beautiful, but not all sell.
You sold us lies and glossy print, told us rose in rage with a new sprint. You put shame in shape, pride in the fake, called it brave when it's just a market and take. Every billboard pushed an agenda, but none of it sparked a real spender. You had your chance, you took the stage, now real beauty's back and you're enraged. We love curves, we love grace, but don't lie just to save face. You weaponize what used to heal, now truth is back, and that's the end.
wheels dropped, and you panicked.
No more fat models in every ad. We want real, not just what's fed. We want strong, sexy, lean and bold, not forced campaigns that leave us cold. No more shame for liking tight. We love beauty, and that's alright. Give us icons, not ideology. Bring back form, bring back quality. Fashion's not your therapy room, it's power, grace. A femme costume, we're done with guilt shoved in our face. We want elegance, charm and waste. You can keep your angry scrolls. We're buying beauty, not your polls.
Beautiful cells, always has, always will.
That offends me. She's too pretty. Yes, I am. You tweet storms from a coffee shop, crying cause a girl made jaws drop. Sydney smile gave you a fit, you call it harm, we call it lit. Your meltdowns fueled our fire, your fake rage couldn't get much drier. We see through your virtue mask, you ain't deep, you just won't ask. Every time you whine, we win. Every trigger post, we're thin. You're not rebels, you're a trend, and your safe space just hit the end. Crack rider, woke my flood the feed. Beauty's back, and it's what we need. We don't bow and we don't break. Your likes won't change what people take. Cry harder, cry, cry all day. Pretty girls ain't going away. You cancel truth for clout and pride. Now you watch as sales subside. A much just flopped agenda spread, but Sydney's ad brought brands from dead. You hate what you can't control, so you scream behind your pole. But while you rant in echo chambers, she's on screens and winning chambers. This is problematic and triggering. Then turn it off. Cry harder, woke my flood the feed. Beauty's back, and it's what we need. We don't bow and we don't break. Your likes won't change what people take. Cry harder, cry pretty girls ain't going away. We're done pretending fat is fit, done with lies dressed up as grit. Sydney in that denim shine pulled us back to what's divine. You can hashtag your fake pain, but we just bought our jeans again.
We value inclusion. We stand with. Your shares just dropped 40%.
sounded loud, but profits fell. Chose claps over clients, now you sell. You ditched the base to make a tweet, now you're begging just to break even each week. Rainbow merch, but no one buys. Real customers saw through the lies. Bud Light bombed, Target cracked. Guess what? The people clapped. You sold your soul for online praise, but now you're drowning in a blaze. Go woke, go broke, and stay that way. Your ad campaign just ran away. We want truth, not your disguise, and that's why your profits die. Go woke, go broke, no U-turn lane. You sold out trust, now feel the pain. DEI won't pay the rent, the ESG scores irrelevant. You hired activists to make it look good, now you're bankrupt in every hood. We want genes, beauty, skill, and art, not gender studies in a shopping cart. The woke agenda's out of stock, time to bring back real talk.
Maybe we went too far.
Yeah, you did. Go woke, go broke, stay broke. Go woke, go broke, stay broke. Go woke, go broke, stay broke. Go broke, go broke, stay broke. Go broke, stay broke. Go broke, stay broke. You try to kill the model look, caught it fake and overcooked, but it's sold for 60 years. Now you're broken, we're all cheers. Sydney smiles and sales explode. No false faces, no woke code. We love beauty, yeah, it's fine. Ain't no fault that she shines. You said beauty was oppression, but it's just natural selection. Commercial beauty, back on screen. No fake pride, just real and clean. We don't want fake diversity. We want ads that set us free. Commercial beauty, selling in pretty works. Now say commercial beauty, selling in pretty works. Now say you mock the slim, you praise the round. Try to flip the standard upside down, but the truth won't stay repressed. And Sydney's look is still the best. From lipstick glam to jeans that fit. We love what's hot, not counterfeit. Beauty, back to class. Woke ass girl, they couldn't last. Commercial beauty, back on screen. No fake Turn Barbie into a war, preaching points we can't ignore. But Sydney just smiled, stayed glam, didn't need your Twitter scam. She ain't here to change the law, she's just perfect, that's what you saw. You made the doll a battlefield, but we want sparkle, not a shield. Oh, Barbie's not a battlefield, she's a vibe. Let her shine, don't steal her tribe. Not your symbol, not your toy, she's just a dream that brings us joy. Barbie's back and woke his house. Now beauty walks with zero doubt. You took the pink and made it gray. Use a smile to push your way. But real women just wanna glow, not be pawns in your show. Sydney walked and you all cried, 'cause pretty's power you can't hide. Let Barbie be Barbie, let beauty be free. 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 Oh, Barbie's not a battlefield, she's a vibe. Let her shine, don't steal her tribe. Not your symbol, not your toy, she's just a dream that brings us joy. Barbie's back and woke his out. Now beauty walks with zero doubt. Let Barbie be Barbie, let beauty be free. Let Barbie be Barbie, let beauty be free. We woke up, y'all hit snooze, lost in trends and virtue news. Told us lies in rainbow light, but Sydney walked and it felt right. Real skin, real smile, real shape, not wrapped up in your face. Reality's back, baby. Open your eyes. Truth don't care for your disguise. The dream was fake. The mirror
she's American gold.
She's not sorry. Never was. She's not sorry. Never was.
Sydney ain't sorry. She's born to shine. No fake tears, no walk design. She's the look they try to hide, but she can't stop a rising tide. Sydney ain't sorry. Sydney ain't sorry. You try to sell lies with flashing screens, but no one's buying forced routines. Billboards drop like fallen pride, and Sydney rose on the other side. You frame her looks as outdated sin. Now your teams can't win. You pushed the fake, ignored the real. Now bankrupt's all you Billboard breakdown, brands collapse. We one class, not woke relapse. Sydney's face got buyers back. You lost the war with rainbow tag. Billboard breakdown, truth sells more. Pretty wins. That's the score. We're done with ads that preach and whine. Bring us grace and classic lines. She don't need a message war, just curves, a smile, and open doors. They flash a hashtag, think it makes them saints. Tweeting fake change, but their world still ain't. Preaching tolerance while they cancel truth. Virtue signals ain't justice, it's a woke excuse. They said beauty's bad, desire's wrong, but they saw the lie way too long. No curves are crime, and grace is banned, unless it's filtered, fake or blend. But we remember the real appeal, not shame-based ads that never heal. Give us pretty, give us fire, natural charm, not corporate choir. She walks in jeans and jaws drop still.
but we all know it's power that plays. Pretty girls inspire more than fear. They lift the vibe and pull us near. Fat shame, fakers try to steal, but real allure, you feel it's real. Time to rise, time to glow. Back to basics, back to show. Bring back 60. On stage. Natural fire. Free from the cage. Sydney smiled. They lost control. She broke the wall. Reclaimed the role.
This is truth, this is flame, beauty's back. No shame, no They bought the screens, they stole the signs, filled them with guilt, fake pride and lines. But one girl stood, just smiled and posed, and overnight their lies got exposed. From Times Square to LA roads, their agenda crashed implode mode. Sydney in denim, pure and bold, shatter the woke like it was old. Used to sell dreams, now they peddle broken memes. Till beauty broke through the haze, the spark of truth set it ablaze. The billboard wars, truth first lies. Watch the woke ads vaporize. Pretty wins, the people cheer. Back to real, we've made it clear. No more drag shows on display. Just classify the American way. Just now empowerment. Back to beauty, back to pride. No more guilt, just a wide the American way. We like girls who look like stars, not made up mascots from woke bars. We like truth, not twisted facts. beauty power, not phony acts. They called us names, said we're vile, but we're just old school with style. We lift women strong and bright, not activists picking fights. We see the game, we see the trap, but we won't clap for empty claptrap. We raise glasses, not fake flags, and we don't care about woke now. We don't apologize, we rise. Truth and beauty in our eyes. Sydney's back, and they're mad, 'cause she's the best they never had. Let 'em rage, let 'em cry. We stand tall. Truth don't die, 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 die. Truth don't die. You push shame, we push back. You went broke, that's just fact. Now the airwaves feel like home, with real queens on the throne. We want models who inspire, not mascots for corporate liars. Truth don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Truth don't die. They try to change the standard code, replace the queen with a self-halo. But guess what? We still adore pretty girls who give us more grace and curves, not fake regret. Beauty speaks and we don't forget. You can't cancel attraction's call. It breaks your rules, it breaks your walls. Truth is sexy, power's real, and we like the way that looks and feels. You sell shame, we sell shine. We won again every time. Again every Pretty girls still win the crowd, break your rules and shut you down. No more lies in fashion halls. She walks the empire falls. Real is back, the world agrees. Beauty wins with grace and ease. From Maryland to Sydney now, they inspire, we remember how. Not a number or a checklist form, but a woman bold and beautiful. the rise of truth in classic shows. We've seen the lies, we played the game, but now we rise, call out the shame. Sydney and denim led the charge, with grace so bold and beauty large. She didn't kneel, she just stood and made the world feel woke no more, we've cleared the air. Truth and freedom everywhere. Companies falling, pride replaced by courage, class, and a real face. This is the sound of the culture flip. The end of lies. The power trip. We want ads that make us stream, not guilt us for our very being. She broke the spell, the denim queen, and brought back life to every screen. Woke no more, we've cleared the air. Truth and freedom everywhere. Companies falling, pride replaced by courage, class, and a real face. This is the sound of the culture flip. The end of lies. The power trip.
Yo, woke brigade, listen up. You talk about Nazis, but your facts are fucked up. Flip the channel, sit down, shut up. This is truth you can't scroll past. Sydney pops up in blue jeans, screen shows jeans. They scream Nazi propaganda, but don't know what fascism means. People.com 15, Ad Week 15, Retail Brew 15, Reddit 15, Euro News 15, L Pop 15. Your history majors now, but only quoting threads, repeating feminist profs like parrots in your heads. You ain't studied eugenics, just memes and outrage, but you'll cancel denim, call sex appeal a cage. You think jeans? Pun Hitler's plan, girl, you using fascist vocab like you read Zinn and Span. You call a Nazi, lol, switch the channel. You crying racism on the pun, phantom scandal. You scream white supremacist, too full of hate. Take a seat, facts get stretched online, too late. Critics say wordplay equals Aryan coded views. Retail Brew, Glamour, +6. Era News, +6. The WKM Jigs, The Times of India. Retail Brew, +5. Social Samosa, +5. New York Post, +5. They're blonde, blue-eyed, so jeans pure. News flash, no clues. You out here moralizing a brand's marketing stunt, but didn't object when they donated for domestic violence front. Ad Week, +12. So Samosa, +12. Glamour, +12. You weaponize semantics, twisting blue jeans to hate, but this irony's deep, you don't even know your own debate. You virtue signal hard, but cracking nuance. Read one TikTok, now you expert in diffuse. If you don't like it, flip the channel, it's that simple. Don't lecture real issues from your phone full of symbols. You got the volume, not the substance. You win clout, lose credibility, no balance. Stop calling out hood savage. Caught savage, was the truth, no veneer. This ain't cancel culture, this is calling out fear. Woke brigade, channel switch, truth hit you in your feed. Next time claim Nazi, better check your history indeed. Scrolling through the gram again. See a pretty girl in denim, now they throwing tantrums in. Sydney in some jeans, looking fine, not a crime. But the keyboard queens out there crying all the time. Scrolling through they feed, jealous rants in disguise. Talking about oppression, girl, it's envy in your eyes. She ain't say a word, just pose for the flick. But you taking shots like you mad, she spit. It ain't about justice, it's about your pride. Truth hurts more when the jeans don't slide. She a beauty, got them tight, they offended by the sight. Say it's problematic cause she looking just right. Stop the fake rage, girl, you know why you scream. Cause your drama don't stretch like the Calvin Klein seams. They yell privilege, but it's a mask for hate. You mad cause she slays while you snacking past 8. This ain't a war on rights, it's a war on hot. And you losing every round with every angry TikTok you tweet and preach. Trying to flip the score, but confidence ain't something you can buy at the store. She just living, now you burning inside. Maybe hit the gym, not the comments to hide. She a beauty, got them tight, they offended by the sight. Say it's problematic cause she looking just right. Stop the fake rage, girl, you know why you scream. Cause your drama don't stretch like them Calvin Klein seams. Ain't about jeans, it's the mirror you hate. Projection in pixels, bitterness and grace. You can't cancel style, can't censor grace. You can shout online, but you can't replace. So let her rock the denim while you rage in disguise. Cause real power don't need hashtags or lies. Keep scrolling, girl, jeans don't lie. It's not her fault you can't look her in the eye. Yeah, that. Yeah, you ain't mad, you just loud. Clickbait courage. Let's go. Sydney wore some jeans, now it's Nazi at the mall. You call that fascism, that ain't history, that's a scroll. A TikTok take don't make you woke or wise. You just echo your professor with that truth you memorized. You don't read books, you just repost threads. Then scream oppression from your king-size bed. Every brand's a villain when you boarding online, but facts hit harder than a headline one.
Shut up, sit down, nobody press ya. If you don't like it, flip the channel, not lecture. You cry Nazi when the denim fits tight, but girl, you ain't ready for a real fight.
You major in outrage, minor in clout. Got no degree in truth, just running your mouth. Claiming she's evil for a photo shoot frame, but you don't know a thing about the Nazi name. Fascism ain't a fit you don't vibe with. It's not a brand deal or a denim myth. You weaponize the past for attention and likes, while the real world moves, you stuck in rewrites.
Shut up, sit down, nobody press ya. If you don't like it, flip the channel, not lecture. You cry Nazi when the denim fits tight, but girl, you ain't ready for a real fight.
You don't fight fascists, you just cancel fits. You don't know history, you just throw hissy fits. Scroll warrior, soft as lace. One comment thread and you swear it's a crusade. You got the volume, but not the facts. You call it justice, I call it an act. Sydney smiled and broke your spell. If you don't like truth, then switch the channel.
Shut up, sit down, nobody press ya. If you don't like it, flip the channel, not lecture. You cry Nazi when the denim fits tight, but girl, you ain't ready for a real fight. Shut up, sit down, nobody press ya. If you don't like it, flip the channel, not lecture. You cry Nazi when the denim
right. So that album said a lot, didn't it? And a lot of truth, a lot of it funny, but more truth than comedy, I guess. Sad truth. Because how in 2025 are people getting pissed off over a commercial? Okay? I mean, if 30 years ago, if I didn't like a commercial, you flip the channel. Okay? Or you mute it. Okay? Nowadays you can mute the TV. You can do that. You could have done that 30 years ago. But no, people feel that if the TV, commercial, movie, music, whatever hurts their feelings, that they have a right to be offended, and they must let everybody know. Anybody that is in earshot, social media range or whatever, that their feelings are hurt and someone needs to make them feel better. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? If your feelings are hurt, then that's your fault. You could have muted it. You could have skipped the channel. You could have done a bunch of other things. But no, you had to take it and get your poor little feelings hurt because you're not as skinny or pretty as Sydney Sweeney. You can't fit in those jeans. You don't look as good as she does in those jeans. And you feel sad about it. Wow, wow, wow. Or, which is even more absurd, you take what you see in that commercial and call out the false, you're either, this is what I was thinking. At first you just see people yelling out, oh, that's Nazi propaganda, that's like that's this, that's that, when that's absolutely bullshit. And eugenics, it's like, okay, wake up. All right, there are commercials, movies, songs that do have hidden agendas. All right, there are out there. Does this commercial have hidden agendas? No, it doesn't. I mean, come on. It's selling jeans. If you don't like the jeans, don't buy the jeans. But calling out, oh, it's Nazi propaganda, it's this, it's that. I mean, these woke assholes, don't you have anything better to do? It's like, you're full of shit, and you need to throw that shit in whatever fan you can get to have it cover as much of the world as possible. And society in general is done with your bullshit. Okay? We don't like bullshit. We like pretty girls. We like decent pair of jeans. And we're tired of these woke commercials with fat models that it's like, whenever I see a fat model or a weak man and a strong woman, I flip the channel. It's like, this is stupid. The current, still we have a bunch of woke brands selling these or promoting these woke commercials with a weak man and a strong, badass woman, which is not realistic, okay? I'm not saying there aren't strong women out there. I'm not saying, I have to be careful, okay? This is YouTube. Ladies, nowadays you can pretty much do the modern age. Women are the freest they have ever been, okay? But still, many claim that they are oppressed and that they blame the patriarchy and men are holding them back. No, the patriarchy and men have given you your freedom, and you're still bitching. I mean, come on. Come back to reality, face reality, and own it, okay? If you would rather have a career instead of a husband, you are free to do so. Just don't blame men when you're 35 or 40 and your eggs are drying up. Don't blame men for going after younger women, okay? 35 and 40-year-old men, if they finally get financially independent and they want a family. And guess what, ladies? We want, I'll include myself, we want attractive, fertile, fit, fun, fit, and friendly women, and women that agree with our faith and political stance. Okay? So, do we want a bitchy 40-year-old that is argumentative and masculine and has felt that she needed to act like that to be in a man's world and to be in a man's career? So she's like that at home and at work, and men don't want that. And men would rather go after ladies with less mileage, so to speak. And I think you know what I mean by that. Less bodies, less trauma, if any trauma. I mean, the majority, let's just keep it 100, okay? The trauma that you ladies are trying to recover from, who put yourself through that trauma? You did. You decided to go date and fuck that Chad and Tyrone. You decided to go make that girls trip or whatever. Whatever trauma that you are trying to get over, in most cases, non-violent, and I think you know what I mean. In most cases, you put yourself through that. Now, of course, terrible things happen. There are terrible men out there, and terrible things do happen. I'm not talking about that, okay? If you have the basketball team do a train on you, okay, and then you kind of regret that afterwards, you decided to do that, okay? You put yourself in the position, you made the decision, yes, I want this to happen, and guess what? 15 guys were ready and able, okay? And if you went out to a club, party, or whatever, and you decided to drink, and you decided to go home with a guy, and you decided to have the bedroom fun with him, you should not be able to accuse that man of SA and grape. Can't really say it the right, you know what I'm saying, okay? I have to be careful because of YouTube. You made those choices, and no, you shouldn't be able to accuse that man of SA. And if you do, okay, if you decide, oh, I'm embarrassed, oh, whatever, even though you were in your right mind and it was all consensual at the time, but now you don't feel right, and you should not be able to accuse that man and have him charged with SA or grape. Again, I'm adding that G just for YouTube. Anyway. Because, girls, if you do falsely accuse men of something, and they prove that it is a false accusation, you should pay the exact price that that man would pay if he was found guilty. All right? That's a fact. And if you are ever in that situation and you suffered the real thing, go to the cops, go to the hospital, get that kit. There's a kit done, and get that asshole off the streets. Okay? Get him in jail, and guess what, ladies? There are men in jail that hate these type of guys, and in most cases, or in a lot of cases, these type of men, these type of people, because they're not real men, don't last long in jail. It's a fact. Especially if the victim was young. I mean, criminals are criminals, but hey, they still have kids and they love their kids. I'm not defending criminals, but you can be a mob hit guy in jail, and you hear about a guy who has hit a kid. That guy is not going to last long. And I respect that. I don't respect the criminals and their crime, but the fact that they're taking out, I got to be careful because of YouTube, but message is out there. Back to what we were talking about. All of these accusations of calling Sydney and American Eagle Nazis and fascists and all that stuff, it is, I want to say hilarious, but it's not. When I see these people, these woke assholes, and all this Antifa bullshit, literally act like Nazis and fascists, call other people who are American and those who love freedom, calling them Nazis and calling them fascists, knowing that their actions do not prove or even fit the identity of what they're being called. It's just the actual Nazis, the actual fascists, are trying to hurt emotionally and try to get a reaction from the people they're calling these names, when they are acting the literal definition of fascism and Nazism. And that needs to be brought into the light, and that's one of the things I'm trying to do. All right? No, American Eagle and Sydney are not the Nazis. These people are the Nazis. Okay? I wrote a song, Fashion Nazis, and it's regarding these people who are calling everybody else, Sydney and American Eagle and a bunch of other people, Nazis, when they literally fit the description of fascism and Nazis. And it's like these people, most of them are college educated. What? And they were like brainwashed in college. Okay? When did America start accepting this? Okay? And when did America start, like, was it all just behind the scenes and now it's coming out? And someone is behind all this. Someone is paying for it, funding it. Someone is promoting it. And the way to take down America is not through war, okay? Because we have this country, America, the United States of America, has the biggest non-official army, okay? All the hunters, all the gun owners, all the patriots. We will defend this nation if ever attacked, okay? I mean, just imagine if our enemies, okay, suddenly landed on the beach of California or the East Coast or West Coast. They will be met with not only that state's National Guard and police force, but also millions of Americans, okay? And there will be people from the interstates waiting. Please don't, Californians, don't beat back the enemy yet. From like, hey, Texans, or the Texas will be saying to the real Texans, will be saying to the real Californians, please leave some for us, please. Or East Coast, please leave some for us Texans. We want our piece of the action. And our enemies know that, okay? There are people in the U.S. that are just waiting for the enemy to take a step onto American ground, all right? And it'll be the worst decision that country ever made, all right? Now, anyway, I'm not, it would just, and these woke liberals, okay, who are the Antifa, BLM, all these wannabe tough people, okay, even the ones that bought a gun and they might not know how to use it, but it looks pretty cool in a photo, okay, with their mask and their little vest carrier and or plate carrier and all that. It's hilarious. Ask them to fight off a squad of Texans, okay? And it'll be the last thing they ever do. And the Texans don't even have to be armed, okay? Or any real American, okay? I'm originally from California, and I know tons of people that vote the way I vote and live the way I live, okay? Have the same morals, have the same faith, and are not the Californians that you see on the news, okay? They're what I call real Californians, okay? Real Americans. And unfortunately, it's like I understand. I moved out of California, but it wasn't due to politics. I got out before everything got worse, okay? And I kind of wish I can understand why the Californians left California due to politics and the crime and the homelessness and all that, and the cost of living is crazy. I understand why they moved out. I wish they stayed, and I wish they voted them out. That being said, they've been voting the same for the last 10, 20 years, and not a lot's changed. It's gotten worse. So, does it really need to get this bad for the California Democrats to start voting independently, or just register as a Republican, start voting Republican? Because Democrats are destroying California. And LA is just what we see on the TV, on media, or in media, in social media. And the silent majority, okay, has been told, don't just be quiet. It'll roll over. It'll go away. It's like, I don't think so. Not this time. I was part of the silent majority. I'm not so silent now. And the silent majority needs to stop being silent. And the world needs to see the real America. Okay, the real America. And we're not taking this bullshit anymore. That's why I am glad that a company like, and I don't even buy American Eagle. I'll start now. Okay? I usually wear Levi jeans. Okay? But that being said, okay, the silent majority needs to wake up, stand up, and start being vocal, okay? And we will just, when the silent majority speaks, we will drown out the liberal woke mob as if they never existed, okay? Because the silent majority needs to speak up, okay? There are more than 300 million Americans. I believe the woke mob is less than a million, okay? And there's a portion of people that don't even care, okay? And then there's the silent majority, okay? We need every member of the silent majority needs to vote. Every member of the silent majority needs to speak up on social media. I don't care if you don't have a Facebook or a whatever, make one. It doesn't take that long. It's not hard to do. But if we start hearing or even seeing, you don't even have to speak with your thumb and your dollars, okay? If more, like, use me as an example, start liking my posts, start following my YouTube, if you can afford an extra $3 a month, make my voice loud enough so people can hear it by backing me up, okay? Because I have a little over 200 on my YouTube channel, and I'm grateful for that 200. But I've had thousands of viewers and or thousands of people that actually listen to my stuff. I need to make my channel bigger, to make and if you don't want to say something but you agree with what I'm saying, support me, okay? I will say it. I am saying it, but my voice is like muffled behind all these woke liberals, okay? Who have that, that loud horn-like thing that they push the button and they speak through and it just makes their voice louder. I forget what it's called. Megaphone or whatever. They have the megaphone and I'm using my normal voice, okay? I need you guys to create the megaphone for me, all right? And you can do that by helping me out, just listening to this, subscribing to my YouTube channel, subscribing to my Bandcamp. $3 a month is not a lot, and you get a hold of 2,600 great songs and more, because I'm making more songs every week. Buying my book, or at least renting my film on Amazon. I have another short story series, and it's like a couple bucks per download. Support me, and I will be your voice. Okay? If you agree with that, with what I'm saying, with what I believe in, support it. Okay? Let's go and end it there. I hate asking for money, but I need to. Subscribe to my Bandcamp, $3 a month, and you get access to 2,600 of my songs. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, let me know what you think. And since I'm willing to be the voice of the silent majority. Comment below and let me know what you want talked about, okay? I have a view on the world, but it's shadowed, and I don't see it the way some of you might see it. You might have much more of a broader view that I'm just not aware of yet. Put the topic down in the comment. I will do my due diligence and research it, and then I will write songs and produce music about it and do a podcast over it, okay? But you have to let me know on what's going on that I don't already see. All right? If you're still listening, if people are still listening, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for you, and I will talk to you in the next one. All right. Thank you for listening.